Well, the obsession with net zero, which one shouldn't forget was legislated and enshrined by a Tory government, has become one of the greatest acts of self-immolation in British history. There is no evidence of a global economy in the world which is growing and thriving, in which energy prices are extremely high. The United Kingdom has the most expensive electricity in the world. It is absolutely catastrophic. GDP itself, we talk about GDP growth and GDP per capita. What is GDP? It is output. Output is energy expended. So the United Kingdom is voluntarily choosing to export its carbon emissions and manufacturing to foreign countries, most of which are far lower environmental standards than the UK. And if you actually look at the numbers, look, we all want to breathe clean air. That's clear. If you look at the numbers, the United Kingdom is less than 1% of global emissions. Climate change clearly is a global problem. Mm-hmm. China, the United States and India combined are 48% of global emissions. China is 30% on its own.
Yeah, but a lot of that, Zia, is, as you've just said, the reason that China is so high is because countries like us outsource, as you've just literally said yourself, we outsource our problem, our manufacturing to them, and therefore our emissions.
That being the case, being less than 1% of global emissions, that is not the primary reason why China is 30%. Look, China, we destroyed our coal industry. Tens of thousands of jobs lost, with minimal opportunity for the people who lost those jobs. China is commissioning 2 new coal power plants every single week. So this religious obsession with net zero is one of the greatest acts of self-immolation in British history, and it has to stop. Without that, we will never improve British people's living standards.
Before I bring James in there, do you think that climate change is a real issue?
I do.
Are you concerned about it?
Yes.
How concerned?
I think that the evidence, on the balance of probabilities, and looking at the evidence that I've looked at, it does look like mankind is having an impact on the climate. But again, if you actually want to solve the problem, the way we will solve the problem is through thriving economic growth and through British industry being able to innovate alongside companies in the United States to be able to improve things. What we're doing instead is self-immolating, exporting our carbon emissions to third world countries in order so that people like Ed Miliband can feel good about themselves.
James Schneider.